United Nations member countries. Afghanistan date of admission. November 19, 1946 Continent, Asia. Albania date of admission. December 14, 1955 Continent, Europe. Algeria date of admission. October 8, 1962 Continent, Africa. Andorra date of admission. July 28, 1993 Continent, Europe. Angola date of admission. December 1, 1976 Continent, Africa. Antigua and Barbuda date of admission. November 11, 1981 Continent, North America. Argentina date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, South America. Armenia date of admission. March 2, 1992 Continent, Asia. Australia date of admission. November 1, 1945 Continent, Oceania. Austria date of admission. December 14, 1955 Continent, Europe. Azerbaijan date of admission. March 2, 1992 Continent, Asia. Bahamas date of admission. September 18, 1973 Continent, North America. Bahrain date of admission. September 21, 1971 Continent, Asia. Bangladesh date of admission. September 17, 1974 Continent, Asia. Barbados date of admission. December 9, 1966 Continent, North America. Belarus date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, Europe. Belgium date of admission. December 27, 1945 Continent, Europe. Belize date of admission. September 25, 1981 Continent, North America. Benin date of admission. September 20, 1960 Continent, Africa. Bhutan date of admission. September 21, 1971 Continent, Asia. Bolivia date of admission. November 14, 1945 Continent, South America. Bosnia and Herzegovina date of admission. May 22, 1992 Continent, Europe. Botswana date of admission. October 17, 1966 Continent, Africa. Brazil date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, South America. Brunei Darussalam date of admission. September 21, 1984 Continent, Asia. Bulgaria date of admission. December 14, 1955 Continent, Europe. Burkina Faso date of admission. September 20, 1960 Continent, Africa. Burundi date of admission. September 18, 1962 Continent, Africa. Cabo Verde date of admission. September 16, 1975 Continent, Africa. Cambodia date of admission. December 14, 1955 Continent, Asia. Cameroon date of admission. September 20, 1960 Continent, Africa. Canada date of admission. November 9, 1945 Continent, North America. Central African Republic date of admission. September 20, 1960 Continent, Africa. Chad date of admission. September 20, 1960 Continent, Africa. Chile date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, South America. China date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, Asia. Colombia date of admission. November 5, 1945 Continent, South America. Comoros date of admission. November 12, 1975 Continent, Africa. Congo date of admission. September 20, 1960 Continent, Africa. Costa Rica date of admission. November 2, 1945 Continent, North America. Côte d'Ivoire date of admission. September 20, 1960 Continent, Africa. Croatia date of admission. May 22, 1992 Continent, Europe. Cuba date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, North America. Cyprus date of admission. September 20, 1960 Continent, Europe. Czechia date of admission. January 19, 1993 Continent, Europe. Democratic People's Republic of Korea date of admission. September 17, 1991 Continent, Asia. Democratic Republic of the Congo date of admission. September 20, 1960 Continent, Africa. Denmark date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, Europe. Djibouti date of admission. September 20, 1977 Continent, Africa. Dominica date of admission. December 18, 1978 Continent, North America. Dominican Republic date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, North America. Ecuador date of admission. December 21, 1945 Continent, South America. Egypt date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, Africa. El Salvador date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, North America. Equatorial Guinea date of admission. November 12, 1968 Continent, Africa. Eritrea date of admission. May 28, 1993 Continent, Africa. Estonia date of admission. September 17, 1991 Continent, Europe. Eswatini date of admission. September 24, 1968 Continent, Africa. Ethiopia date of admission, November 13, 1945 continent, Africa. Fiji date of admission, October 13, 1970 continent, Oceania. Finland date of admission, December 14, 1955 continent, Europe. France date of admission, October 24, 1945 continent, Europe. Gabon date of admission, September 20, 1960 continent, Africa. Republic of the Gambia date of admission, September 21, 1965 continent, Africa. Georgia date of admission, July 31, 1992 continent, Asia. Germany date of admission, September 18, 1973 continent, Europe. Ghana date of admission, March 8, 1957 continent, Africa. Greece date of admission, October 25, 1945 continent, Europe. Grenada date of admission, September 17, 1974 continent, North. Guatemala date of admission, November 21, 1945 continent, North America. Guinea date of admission, December 12, 1958 continent, Africa. Guinea-Bissau date of admission, September 17, 1974 continent, Africa. Guyana date of admission, September 20, 1966 continent, South America. Haiti date of admission, October 24, 1945 continent, North America. Honduras date of admission, December 17, 1945 continent, North America. Hungary date of admission, December 14, 1955 continent, Europe. Iceland date of admission, November 19, 1946 continent, Europe. India date of admission, October 30, 1945 continent, Asia. Indonesia date of admission, September 28, 1950 continent, Asia. Islamic Republic of Iran date of admission, October 24, 1945 continent, Asia. Iraq date of admission, December 21, 1945 continent, Asia. Ireland date of admission, December 14, 1955 continent, Europe. Israel date of admission, May 11, 1949 continent, Asia. Italy date of admission, December 14, 1955 continent, Europe. Jamaica date of admission, September 18, 1962 continent, North America. Japan date of admission, December 18, 1956 continent, Asia. Jordan date of admission, December 14, 1955 continent, Asia. Kazakhstan date of admission, March 2, 1992 continent, Asia. Kenya date of admission, December 16, 1963 continent, Africa. Kiribati date of admission, September 14, 1999 continent, Oceania. Kuwait date of admission, May 14, 1963 continent, Asia. Kyrgyzstan date of admission, March 2, 1992 continent, Asia. Lao People's Democratic Republic date of admission, December 14, 1955 continent, Asia. Latvia date of admission, September 17, 1991 continent, Europe. Lebanon date of admission, October 24, 1945 continent, Asia. Lesotho date of admission, October 17, 1966 continent, Africa. Liberia date of admission, November 2, 1945 continent, Africa. Libya date of admission, December 14, 1955 continent, Africa. Liechtenstein date of admission, September 18, 1990 continent, Europe. Lithuania date of admission, September 17, 1991 continent, Europe. Luxembourg date of admission, October 24, 1945 continent, Europe. Madagascar date of admission, September 20, 1960 continent, Africa. Malawi date of admission, December 1, 1964 continent, Africa. Malaysia date of admission, September 17, 1957 continent, Asia. Maldives date of admission, September 21, 1965 continent, Asia. Mali date of admission, September 28, 1960 continent, Africa. Malta date of admission, December 1, 1964 continent, Europe. Marshall Islands date of admission, September 17, 1991 continent, Oceania. Mauritania date of admission, October 27, 1961 continent, Africa. Mauritius date of admission, April 24, 1968 continent, Africa. Mexico date of admission, November 7, 1945 continent, North America. Federated States of Micronesia date of admission, September 17, 1991 continent, Oceania. Monaco date of admission, May 28, 1993 continent, Europe. Mongolia date of admission, October 27, 1961 continent, Asia. Montenegro date of admission, June 28, 2006 continent, Europe. Morocco date of admission, November 12, 1956 continent, Africa. Mozambique date of admission, September 16, 1975 continent, Africa. Myanmar date of admission, April 19, 1948 continent, Asia. Namibia date of admission, April 23, 1990 continent, Africa. Nor date of admission, September 14, 1999 Continent, Oceania. Nepal date of admission. December 14, 1955 Continent, Asia. Netherlands date of admission. December 10, 1945 Continent, Europe. New Zealand date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, Oceania. Nicaragua date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, North America. Niger date of admission. September 20, 1960 Continent, Africa. Nigeria date of admission. October 7, 1960 Continent, Africa. North Macedonia date of admission. April 8, 1993 Continent, Europe. Norway date of admission. November 27, 1945 Continent, Europe. Oman date of admission. October 7, 1971 Continent, Asia. Pakistan date of admission. September 30, 1947 Continent, Asia. Palau date of admission. December 15, 1994 Continent, Oceania. Panama date of admission. November 13, 1945 Continent, North America. Papua New Guinea date of admission. October 10, 1975 Continent, Oceania. Paraguay date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, South America. Peru date of admission. October 31, 1945 Continent, South America. Philippines date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, Asia. Poland date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, Europe. Portugal date of admission. December 14, 1955 Continent, Europe. Qatar date of admission. September 21, 1971 Continent, Asia. Republic of Korea date of admission. September 17, 1991 Continent, Asia. Republic of Moldova date of admission. March 2, 1992 Continent, Europe. Romania date of admission. December 14, 1955 Continent, Europe. Russian Federation date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, Europe. Rwanda date of admission. September 18, 1962 Continent, Africa. St. Kitts and Nevis date of admission. September 23, 1983 Continent, North America. St. Lucia date of admission. September 18, 1979 Continent, North America. St. Vincent and the Grenadines date of admission. September 16, 1980 Continent, North America. Samoa date of admission. December 15, 1976 Continent, Oceania. San Marino date of admission. March 2, 1992 Continent, Europe. Sao Tome and Principe date of admission. September 16, 1975 Continent, Africa. Saudi Arabia date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, Asia. Senegal date of admission. September 28, 1960 Continent, Africa. Serbia date of admission. November 1, 2000 Continent, Europe. Seychelles date of admission. September 21, 1976 Continent, Africa. Sierra Leone date of admission. September 27, 1961 Continent, Africa. Singapore date of admission. September 21, 1965 Continent, Asia. Slovakia date of admission. January 19, 1993 Continent, Europe. Slovenia date of admission. May 22, 1992 Continent, Europe. Solomon Islands date of admission. September 19, 1978 Continent, Oceania. Somalia date of admission. September 20, 1960 Continent, Africa. South Africa date of admission. November 7, 1945 Continent, Africa. South Sudan date of admission. July 14, 2011 Continent, Africa. Spain date of admission. December 14, 1955 Continent, Europe. Sri Lanka date of admission. December 14, 1955 Continent, Asia. Sudan date of admission. November 12, 1956 Continent, Africa. Suriname date of admission. December 4, 1975 Continent, South America. Sweden date of admission. November 19, 1946 Continent, Europe. Switzerland date of admission. September 10, 2002 Continent, Europe. Syrian Arab Republic date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, Asia. Tajikistan date of admission. March 2, 1992 Continent, Asia. Thailand date of admission. December 15, 1946 Continent, Asia. Timor-Leste date of admission. September 27, 2002 Continent, Asia. Togo date of admission. September 20, 1960 Continent, Africa. Tonga date of admission. September 14, 1999 Continent, Oceania. Trinidad and Tobago date of admission. September 18, 1962 Continent, South America. Tunisia date of admission. November 12, 1956 Continent, Africa. Turkey date of admission. October 24, 1945 Continent, Asia. Turkmenistan date of admission. March 2, 1992 Continent, Asia. Tuvalu date of admission, September 5, 2000 continent, Oceania. Uganda date of admission, October 25, 1962 continent, Africa. Ukraine date of admission, October 24, 1945 continent, Europe. United Arab Emirates date of admission, December 9, 1971 continent, Asia. United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland date of admission, October 24, 1945 continent, Europe. United Republic of Tanzania date of admission, December 14, 1961 continent, Africa. United States of America date of admission, October 24, 1945 continent, North America. Uruguay date of admission, December 18, 1945 continent, South America. Uzbekistan date of admission, March 2, 1992 continent, Asia. Vanuatu date of admission, September 15, 1981 continent, Oceania. Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, date of admission, November 15, 1945 continent, South America. Vietnam date of admission, September 20, 1977 continent, Asia. Yemen date of admission, September 30, 1947 continent, Asia. Zambia date of admission, December 1, 1964 continent, Africa. Zimbabwe date of admission, August 25, 1980 continent, Africa.